Your four favorites are Gone Girl, Donnie Darko, La La Land, and Love, Rosie. You didn't have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind marked as watched, and I think it encompasses a lot of the themes in your favorites. Like Gone Girl, it explores how messy and toxic a relationship can become. Like Donnie Darko, it's a dreamlike, surreal look at memory and time. Like La La Land, it blends romance with fantastical elements, but in La La Land, it's musical sequences, and in Eternal Sunshine, it's sci-fi surrealism. And like Love, Rosie, it depicts two people who love each other and seem to be drawn back together even after they drift apart. Decision to Leave, like Gone Girl, involves a police investigation and possibly murder. Like Donnie Darko, it has some scenes that feel almost dreamlike and a character who's dealing with sleep issues. Like La La Land, it's got romance and stylized visuals. And like Love, Rosie, it feels like there are circumstances preventing the two main characters from being together. Sing Street is a coming-of-age film like Donnie Darko and Love, Rosie, and it's a romantic musical like La La Land. Never Let Me Go, like Donnie Darko, is an existential sci-fi film. Like La La Land, it's a bittersweet, emotionally devastating romance. And like Love, Rosie, it's a love story where time and circumstances get in the way. I try to avoid saying a movie has a plot twist because I feel like then people try to guess what it is and then it indirectly spoils things. But I feel like most people consider Gone Girl and Donnie Darko to be movies with twists. So I want to recommend some movies that maybe don't have a major plot twist but have some twists and turns that after scrolling through your Letterboxd seem like movies you might enjoy. So I'm going to recommend Side Effects, A Simple Favor, Fight Club, The Talented Mr. Ripley, Memento, Primal Fear, and Strange Darling. Two movies that I often refer to as the original Gone Girl are Dream Lover and Leave Her to Heaven. Tell No One, like Gone Girl, is about a man whose wife disappeared or may not have been murdered, but then there are hints that maybe she's still alive, all the while he's being implicated in her death. Since you like Donnie Darko, I think you might enjoy Perfect Blue, which has a few thematic similarities, but I don't want to get too specific and risk spoiling anything. Plus, this movie deals with being an artist and fame, like La La Land. Speaking of La La Land, Umbrellas of Cherbourg was a major influence on that film, but I also think you might like A Star is Born, which like La La Land involves romance, music, and fame. Love, Rosie reminded me a bit of Like Crazy, where obstacles interfere with this couple being together, and then they see other people, and you're supposed to want them to be together. But then there's a woman who kind of gets treated like a placeholder, and I felt bad for her the same way I felt bad for Jennifer Lawrence's character in this movie. And since Love, Rosie depicts the friends to lovers trope and the way relationships evolve over time and people come together and drift apart, a few other films I think you might enjoy are What If, When Harry Met Sally, Plus One, My Best Friend's Wedding, and The Threesome. I try not to recommend TV shows because I know some people don't log them even if they're on Letterboxd, so there's a chance you've already seen these, but just in case. Normal People has a similar dynamic to Love, Rosie, and I noticed you mentioned Elliott Smith in multiple reviews, and there's at least one Elliott Smith song in this. Sharp Objects, like Gone Girl, is based on a Gillian Flynn novel, and Daisy Jones and the Six came to mind because it's about music, fame, and romance like La La Land. And like Love, Rosie, Sam Claflin and Suki Waterhouse are in it. Speaking of Sam Claflin, I want to recommend one more movie. He's also in Me Before You, which is another romance film like Love, Rosie. And like La La Land, when I saw this movie in theaters, I heard a bunch of people sobbing in the bathroom after.